When you walk into your office, you don't expect to be greeted by 100 warning signs and flashing lights making you aware of every danger.
No, you expect to be greeted by a colleague with a cup of tea waiting for you.
Oh, thanks. White, no sugar.
I wasn't offering.
Just because the hazards don't have big arrows pointing to them doesn't mean you shouldn't be aware of them. So let's have a quick reminder.
First up, general housekeeping. Don't leave bags or boxes in walkways. Wet coats and umbrellas should be stored properly, not dripping everywhere. Be aware of trip hazards, like uneven surfaces, mats or raised steps. Use yellow and black tape to highlight them if needed. Oh, and don't forget to wash your hands. Honestly, I sound like your mother.
Next, there's the kitchen.
Oh, good, you're there. You can make your own tea.
Keep everything tidy. Wipe up spillages. Put cups in the dishwasher, rubbish in the bin, milk in the fridge, and so on. Don't just leave dirty items in the sink. Not even dirty spoons.
And definitely not dirty underwear.
And don't forget, rubbish throughout the office should be segregated so we can manage our waste and recycle. Next, desks.
Should always have their 4 feet pointing downwards, not up.
Well, yes, but I'm thinking about keeping them clear. Everything has a home. Okay, so you can't put your mouse in your drawer, but most stuff can be stored in a tidy way. On, under and around, desks should be clean, tidy and free of hazards.
And don't forget your seat position. Have a suitable chair. Know how to adjust it. Position the screen correctly. The top of it should be in line with your eyes straight ahead of you. If you're not sure, ask for an assessment to be carried out.
Everything should be within easy reach. Your mouse, your phone, your documents.
Your cup of tea. Where's mine, by the way?
Next, electrical equipment. You can make a visual inspection for any damage.
And also make sure it's had a formal inspection. And that includes things like chargers brought in from home. All should be tested.
Cables can be trip hazards, which is bad. But if damaged, can be fire hazards, which is even worse.
Then there's storage. Remember, light items at the top, heavy at the bottom. Hazardous substances should be labelled, segregated and on a bund. That's basically a big tray to constrain any spillages.
And it's not just about things falling or spilling. Incorrect storage can lead to back strains and other accidents. With that in mind, make sure the right ladder or stools are available. And don't overstretch.
Which is not a bad place to mention wearing the appropriate clothing. And I don't just mean that awful novelty tie.
This isn't a novelty tie?
Ah, are you sure? But really, 9-inch heels, flip-flops, big earrings, silly hats, they're not appropriate for the workplace.
And don't forget the things you can't really see as such, like lighting, heating, ventilation. All should be appropriate for where you're working.
Let's avoid waste. So turn those lights, aircon, or even your PC monitor off if they're not needed. Don't print out if you don't have to, and print double-sided if you can. Did I say put your waste in the correct bin?
Finally, be prepared for emergencies. Know who your fire wardens and first aiders are. Know how to raise the alarm. Know the exits, clearly signposted. Know your assembly points. If you ever need these things, you don't want to be asking where they are. Of course, even though the employer has a duty to make the office a safe place to work, we also have a responsibility.
Look out for problems. Be considerate. Report hazards and accidents.
Other than the obvious reason of keeping everyone safe, making our work environments tidy, professional and arranged with consideration for others is a vital foundation of who we are. Being world class goes all the way down to these basics.
Yep, even the tea. This is nice. Thanks.
You're welcome. Hang on, how did I end up making it?